What is going on, YouTube? I have a tutorial today for you guys on how to set up a dual PC stream setup with two different monitors, have two different resolutions and two different refresh rates. My setup, I have my gaming PC uh, going to my monitor, which is a 4K resolution with 144 refresh rate, and my stream PC is hooked up to my my stream monitor, which is at 1080p with a 60 refresh rate. So we're gonna with this tutorial, you're gonna be able to still game on your gaming PC and monitor at that resolution with that refresh rate, while streaming to Twitch, whatever, at 720p at 60 with the 60 refresh rate, and that'll be all going on your 1080p monitor with your stream PC. And all I have for audio is just my headset, and I use my mic. I don't have anything else set up. I don't have another mic, anything crazy. So this is just kind of a simple setup. This works for me with the things I have. So I hope it helps you out. And so yeah, we'll get right into it. So for connecting your game PC to your stream PC, you are going to take an HDMI, plug it into your graphics card on your game PC. Now remember, this is going to be separate from how you connect your game PC to your gaming monitor. To me, I have mine with DisplayPort. Um, so take a separate HDMI and you are going to connect that to um, your capture card, which is installed into your stream PC. You will need a capture card. Um, you put it into the in of the Elgato. Now you connect your stream PC to your stream monitor, just which HDMI or whatever you have. Just connect that as you would. Do not put anything into the out on the Elgato. We're not going to use that. Okay, so HDMI going in the Elgato to an open HDMI spot on your graphics card on your game PC, and you hook up your stream PC to your stream monitor, which I have there. You kind of see it, just how you normally would. And same with your game PC. Hook it up to your game monitor just as you normally would. So, just a quick thing. So for the capture card, I thought I could get away with using the HD60 Pro. That's for 1080p at with the refresh rate of 60. But I've later found out that I could not. That made it so I couldn't change my resolution or the refresh rate on the settings well, for Call of Duty at least. Um, Even though my gaming PC would show 154 refresh rate in the Nvidia control panel and in the resolution when I went to my games, it just was maxed out at that. I had a problem with that. Finally figured out that I had to change my capture card to the 4K one, and that solved that problem. So just a heads up, if your gaming monitor is higher resolution, higher refresh rate, then what your capture card is maxes out at or whatever, just know that your gaming PC is gonna be going based off of your capture card. So just heads up. So first things first, that's all you need for setting up the game PC to your stream PC. Just the HDMI. That's all you connect. So we can after that we're gonna right click on your desktop, go to Nvidia control panel, go to set up multiple displays, and you're going to see that your capture card comes up as a second display. And then here you have your main monitor. So I already have mine cloned together, and you see how they're all in one box. So when you guys do this, you'll have two separate boxes with one box saying one, another one saying two. The star in the one, meaning that's your main one. Go to that one, right click. Mine's grayed out because I already did this. You hover over clone with, go over to the right, and they'll say two. You click that. It's gonna say you want to keep these settings, you want to save these settings. Just click yes. So after that, let's go back to change resolution. Make sure your resolution is at what it's supposed to be, and refresh rate. So if you click on your Elgato now, it is going to be grayed out, which is good. So you can look at adjust desktop size and position as well. Make sure, just double check. But right now it's on the Elgato, so it's good for 4K. Refresh rate of 60. That's all it goes. That's fine. Perform scaling on. I know this one says display. That's what it came with, and I have no trouble. Not a pro at this stuff, so I can't give you any detailed explanation. So I don't know. Just keep it here. This one's GPU, so same here. Make sure it's good. If you have a problem doing this, the cloning display and all that good stuff, which I had a problem for some reason, it just wouldn't work. Like it just didn't give me the options of cloning, none of that, and it was just messed up. So I just went to display settings, and after you do that Nvidia control panel settings, they'll match up in here, or vice versa. So I ended up having to come in here, and once I duplicated the displays, all of a sudden it worked. So make sure that's all good. So that's all good. Next, you want to download NDI. So, because with this, what I used was I used the capture card to send over the video, and NDI to send over audio. And I'll get into that as we go through this tutorial, and it works great. So anyways, NDI tools download. Click this first one, ndi.tv. Go down. Do this one, download this. It's going to download all this stuff. It's going to ask for your email, country, all that stuff. Just go with it. It'll email you a link for the download. I'm sure there's other ways to download it, but I mean, that's from their website, so you can trust it. So after that sets up, you download it. You're going to have a few different things. So you're going to have all these. All you're going to need right now is screen capture. So I put that on here. So that's it for software download on your game PC. So sorry about that. We're on our game PC still here. Don't download any of the Elgato software. I didn't do that. As soon as you plug in, it'll pop up where it needs to be popped up at, where you need to see it. I downloaded it and it was just a headache. It was going because I have this 3D Boom 3D audio equalizer, and it was just this thing was just flipping like back and forth, and I couldn't disable anything. It was just going crazy, and ended up not even needing it. So, and so yeah. Speaking on that, I do have an audio equalizer for my headset, so this might be a little different for you guys. Anyways, once that's downloaded, I will come back to that. We're gonna go into your sounds control panel. If the sounds control panel isn't right here, I know on my Stream PC it isn't yet. You can also find it. Go to your settings. Here we go, system. Go to sound. Right here, sound control panel. Same thing's gonna pop up. Same setup. So we'll start in the playback tab. So, like I was saying, once you connect the Elgato, it's gonna pop up right here. That's the Elgato capture card. So, I ended up disabling it because every time I turned on both PCs, this would try to take over, and I had to come in here and switch it around. And if your audio or something all of a sudden goes out in the middle of all this, just come back to this. It's probably in here. Probably just switched over. I don't know. It just weird stuff happens sometimes. So make sure this is all set up how you had it before in working order. right? You can hear your games or your whatever audio you're playing on your PC, right? So like I said, I have Boom 3D. This automatically becomes the default um, device and default communication device for me personally. So, but like you can see, if I test it, it shows up on here too. So, which is fine. That's how mine is set up. If I when I didn't have this, I obviously had this as default device and then the chat as a default communication device. But I ended up finding out that the game had to be both default device and default communications, because when I was streaming or anything, since my team's technically part of the game, I wouldn't be able to hear them on my streams and stuff like that when it was separate. You can only hear my voice. So just a heads up for that. Click over to recording, same thing. Make sure whatever your mic is, my headset, it's both default device and default communication device. It doesn't show up here because obviously it's already, that's what it's under already. So make sure that is all good. So after that, so once you downloaded NDI, one thing to touch on. So a lot of people say you need the Ethernet switch, which is this device right here. I do not have that. I did not go out and buy that. I simply have two Ethernet cables going from each PC to my router, and it works fine. I still am able to do NDI. So, yeah. So anyways, after that, on your game PC still, when you double click on this, nothing's gonna come up. It's gonna go straight to your system tray. So right click on your system on that NDI. Here's all your settings for what you're gonna be sending over NDI from your game PC to your stream PC. So you see a 60 capture settings, audio source. System audio is your default, which you have default for your gaming PC. So system audio, webcam video source, I have it at none because my webcam's connected to my stream PC. It just makes it simpler for when you're trying to add source. You don't have to go through all this stuff. Just boom, it's already there. So obviously that's at none. Webcam audio source. Well, I'm not going to use I don't have a webcam to my game PC, and I wouldn't use the mic off of it anyways. So my headset's in here, so I click that, and now, as you can see, I'll show you guys when I pop up Streamlabs. You'll see when I talk that is from this setting. It is being transferred over NDI. So they also have a KVM control here, which is pretty cool. I think if you enable it, I have a KVM switch, so I don't use this, but it's pretty neat. You can control two PCs with one mouse, one keyboard over that. I actually have, I'll show you guys. The KVM switch I have. So I have this one. This one works nice. I'm able to switch between both my stream PC and my game PC. I have one mouse, one keyboard. I can swap out. There's a little switch. Where is it at? Closer picture. Oh, that little switch right there. Just simply click that and it switches over like that. Don't really, I mean, my pointer is a little, you can kind of see a tail on it, but when I type, I don't know, it looks kind of weird sometimes. But you can, they mess with the options on that to get a little crispier. Anyways, so download NDI, clone your displays. Make sure your audio is all good in the sounds control panel. Right click on this, make sure what you want as your audio. Click that, what you want sent over, NDI. And that's it for your gaming PC. So Don't be confused here. I'm gonna bring up Streamlabs, and my stream PC and my game PC are like identical, so don't be confused. But we're just gonna say that this is us going on. Um, I didn't do capture display uh, on my stream PC, so we're just gonna quick pretend like we're on my stream PC now. So on your stream PC, don't download Elgato software, none of that. You don't need NDI tools. What you do need, obviously, is your Streamlabs OBS. And you will need this one to download this one thing, Streamlabs NDI plugin. So go to the bottom, download that, set it up. That's it. For your audio on there, for your audio control panel on your stream PC, I personally don't have any speakers. I don't have anything. I just don't need it personally. Um, so I don't have anything, but I would take that. It'd be like streaming on one PC, so you wouldn't really have to mess with that audio too much there. As long as you can hear it coming out of if there's speakers in your monitor, or if you got speakers connected to it, just set it up however you can hear or what you want to hear. That's not going to affect the um, transition of the audio going from your game PC to your stream PC. All right. So here we go. Don't get confused. We are gonna go to the Streamlabs in your stream PC. All right. This is your stream PC Streamlabs now. Okay. So, as you can see, when I speak, my voice is already getting picked up by the NDI source on your Streamlabs. There's no lag. There's nothing. So, we'll start off by getting your video, which we're gonna get it through HDMI, right? From the HDMI cable that we connected to the back of the in slot on the Elgato on your stream PC to an open HDMI on your graphics card. So I already have this set up, but what you would do is add source, right? Go to video capture device, add source. Now my Elgato ain't gonna pop up on here because it's in my stream PC. Right now we are on my gaming PC, but we are pretend like this is my stream PC, so don't get confused. This is how we're gonna do it. So it would pop up on here because you wouldn't be streaming, you wouldn't be recording nothing, you would be setting up your settings. So it should pop up on that. If it's not, I can't remember if it's gonna pop up on here right away or not. But anyways, if it's not, just add new source. You'd add new source, you click right here, and it would be in here. Let's say Elgato, whatever one you have. So all this, keep this all how it is. That's how I have it. I have no problems. So that as soon as you put done, it pop up on there, right? So, and just, I don't know if I went over this already, but make sure you grab the right capture card, like I was saying. Like I have a 4K monitor, so I have to get a 4K capture card so that I could pick 4K resolution and the refresh rate on my games. Because when I had that lower one, it would only let me select those resolutions and those refresh rates on the lower capture card. So, all right. So now we're gonna work on getting your mic. I have this mine set up already, so that's why you can see it here. So this time you would go to add source, NDI source. This will pop up as soon as you download that plugin and go with, set that all up. So NDI source, add source. Like I said, I forget how it's supposed to come up, but either way, if it's not there, add new source. So here we are going to pick the top one, right? Audio only. Bandwidth, audio only. Source timing, check that. I have it on low. If you're having weird problems, put it back to normal and say, right? So do that, set up, you push done. We're gonna cancel since I already have it set up, right? Next, so make sure that's working. Do a little test, whatever you gotta do. If it's not, go back to your gaming PC, go back to this. Remember, right click and play with that a little bit, or maybe your sounds control panel. So yeah, now for your audio coming from your PC or from your games or anything you hear in your headset, we're gonna do that again. Add source, NDI source again. Same process, right? If it's not here, add source. Or if you already have multiple, I think you have to add source. I forget how it looks when you initially do it. So, whoops. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, where were we now? So, NDI source, add source. Okay, so this time you're gonna pick that bottom one. Should display your graphics card. You're gonna select audio only again. Source timing, check that, and the same thing here, low or safe, whichever one works best. So I'm not gonna push down. I'm gonna play cancel because I already have it set up. So now that you have your mic, your video, and your audio, you should be good. As you can see, you can stream with that NDI, sending the video over too, but it is horrible for me personally. The colors were washed out. It was so laggy. It's just not what the quality or what I was looking for. I will show you guys a quick test too. So you can go back to your game PC and play a little something, and this should move, right? You would go back on your game PC, do a little test, and on your stream PC and your Streamlabs right here, just see that move, right? So test it all out. Make sure your settings are good, and you guys should be good to go. Like I said, this is like I guess best of both worlds. I use NDI and a capture card to get both audio and video, and they're both synced up perfectly. There's no lag. The color is great. Looks exactly like what you're looking at on your game PC. You didn't have to use any audio mixers or that stuff. That stuff just messed up my whole thing because I have that audio equalizer software, and I mean, this might not be professional, but it worked for me for what I need, and hopefully help somebody else because all I want to do was play on my gaming monitor at the best quality and performance I could while streaming with my stream PC. But I ran into a couple problems, and luckily I figured it out. So if you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comment below. If you have any suggestions, um, please leave anything. Like I said, I'm not a professional by any means, just trying to figure it out to get what I want, and I got it. So I made a video, first tutorial video. Hopefully it ain't too bad. So yeah, I'll show you guys some gameplay quick. So I'll show you how synced up everything really is and the quality real quick. So I'll play some Warzone. Oh, I'll go through some settings on Warzone too. I'll explain a couple more things, the troubles I was having. But yeah, like I said, leave any comments or anything like that. Or if you have, like I said, a better way of doing it, um, or anything, I'll try to help you guys as much as I can. But like I said, I have like minimal setup. Um, this is all I use. my headset and my mic. I don't have like a what is it called, the XLR mics that are like sitting on booms and stuff like that. Um, I don't have any of that, so to set that stuff up, I'm not too sure how you would go about it. But with some experimenting, I'm sure you guys could figure it out. So here we go. Let's see. So the graphic settings. One thing I did notice, even after, like I said, when I had the other capture card, this would just not go past 1080p. The refresh rate would not go past 60 until I switched it. But even then, when I first switched it, I used to have this on full screen. The resolution was fine, but then this was still at 60. So I was like, what's going on? And I simply switched to full screen borderless and it works. I don't know why, it just does, so I'll leave it at that. Obviously this stuff is grayed out. You can't really move it. But if you just go back to full screen quick, see how you can go to that option now and move it. Just switch it there and then switch back to this and it'll be fine. But yeah, so got all that going now. Frames per second are what I edit. And I'll show you guys some quick see if anybody's on. No, it's alright. I'm just gonna hop in some training stuff anyways. Don't want to get distracted. So I'll show you guys how the quality, how synced up it is. When I'm recording or streaming, it's all the same. So, my gaming monitor, I don't have any tearing, nothing. I have G-Sync enabled, everything. It's like if I did, it's just like feels on its own. But I'm recording, streaming on my Stream PC and I have no problems. You guys can see my frames per second, what is it, 138 right now? At 4K. So, obviously they're going to vary well. I don't know what's going on the screen, but you can see that the video and audio are in sync. One isn't lagging behind the other. Picking up anything, the volume's perfect. But yeah, I mean this might not be a professional setup in any ways, but like I said, it works, and it's a cheap way to do it. Having to buy extra hardware, messing with that confusing software. So I hope this helps you guys. If I can find anything on YouTube or the internet, and I hope this helps you out. And if you guys can give me a like if you like the video, subscribe, and if you guys can hook me up, help me get to affiliate on Twitch, that'd be much appreciated. I'll put the link in my description below. And I hope I talk to you guys soon. See you guys later.